Talk a little bit about the inner vow, that whole process of creating what I think of as a personal purpose statement. Because I suspect that your inner vow changed a bit as you became a mom, right? And we've already touched on that, but come back around.
Can I get to that? How are we doing on time? We okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me talk a little bit about the co-creative power of mind, which is the inner vow comes in, and I'll address that. So the co-creative power of mind, we all know what it's like to spiral down, right? You know, it's kind of like we all know what it's like to have that little gremlin on our shoulder who says like, how am I doing? Am I okay? Am I safe? Am I as good as that other person? You know, constantly making little commentary about things. And Rick Hanson, the neuropsychologist, talks about how, you know, our mind is like, the mind to negativity is like a 4-lane highway, and the mind to positivity and peace is like a dirt road in the jungle. So our minds, you know, are prone to these things of negativity. That's kind of like the soup that we swim in. It's not personal. You know, that's one of the things that most of the women get out of the courses that we take. They're like, oh, everyone does this? You know, it's kind of nice to find out that it's not personal, and then you can step back from it some.
Well, it's sort of a survival instinct.
Yeah.
I mean, we are primed to look for what's dangerous and respond to it so that we stay alive, right?
Absolutely.
That's where it comes from.
Absolutely. So the amygdala, which is our, you know, the thing that keeps an eye on something that might put us into danger, constantly, obsessively scanning the environment for things that might go wrong. It's kind of like it pulls an alarm cord and sends these flood of hormones that are stimulating to our bodies and minds when to keep us safe, But as you know, it's our brains haven't evolved as quickly as our world has, and we're not being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, and you've heard all that. Here's something that I found out recently that just blew my mind, which ties to what you're saying, it's that the amygdala also has another purpose. And what it is that it shifts from being on the lookout for danger to, once it gets what's called a belonging cue, this ties to my whole thing about relationship and connectedness. Once it gets a belonging cue, which is like the feeling that someone's listening to you, or someone says yes, or in a meeting that, you get somebody that just you feel like is on your side, that belonging cue will switch that amygdala from being in a fear mode to looking for the friends that you have, for tracking the people that are in your tribe, for finding out what they're up to and making sure that you stay really connected to them. The way Daniel Coyle said it was, he said that it switches, let me see if I have that quote somewhere here. Yeah, he goes, that's from the Culture Code book, Daniel Coyle. He says that it uses immense unconscious neural horsepower to build and sustain social bonds. It tracks members in your group and sets the stage for meaningful engagement. In a heartbeat, Daniel Coyle says it transforms from a growling guard dog into an energetic guide dog with a single-minded goal to make sure you stay tightly connected with your people. So that is really interesting that the mind is set up that way. This really, proves my point in some ways.